Proportion. In this video we're going to look at all the skills you need to know to do with proportion at a foundation level in GCSE. So the first thing it says, if 4 toilet rolls cost £3, how much would 12 toilet rolls cost? What we're told here is that for every 4 toilet rolls it costs £3, which we could write as £4, 4 toilet rolls to the pound, which was 3. But we want 12 toilet rolls. So what do we multiply 4 by to get to 12? Well, that's 3. So we're going to multiply the cost by 3 as well. And 3 times 3 is 9. So, if you look carefully, this is a little bit like something we've already looked at on ratio. This could almost be wrote as a ratio. The ratio for every 4 toilet roll costs £3, or 12 toilet rolls costs £9. So there is a link between ratio and proportion. Another way you could be asked to find an answer a proportion question is, if we're told that 10 bags of crisps cost £2.20, how much would 17 bags of crisps cost? Well, there's no easy link here. We can't just multiply 10 by a number to get to 17. So what we need to do is we need to find out how much one bag of crisps costs. How much does one bag cost? Well, if we know that 10 bags cost £2.20, to find out what one bag is, we need to take our £2.20 and divide it by 10, which becomes 0.22, or we could say that's 22p, because you could start off by converting the £2.20 into 220 pence. Well, if we know that one bag costs 22p, or 0.22, then 17 bags must be 17 times this amount, so 22p times 17. Now this could quite easily be on a non-calculated paper, so we might have to use our old grid method of 22 and 17. So 20 times 10 is 200, 2 times 10 is 20, 20 times 7 is 140, and 2 times 7 is 14, and add all those together to get out how much 17 bags of crisps would cost. So that's 473. So that's £3, so that's 374p, or £3.17. £3.74. Now this method can be used to calculate what might be the cheaper option between two different bags of crisps. So you might have 10 bag of crisps cost £2.20, and you might have a 6-pack cost £1.30, which was cheaper. Well, you could do it by finding out how much one bag of crisps would be worth. Also, you could be asked to write a proportion as either a fraction, decimal, or percentage. So in this example, it says in a drinks machine there are 200 cans, of which 80 are Coca-Cola cans. Represent this proportion as a fraction, decimal, and percentage. So I always find it's easier when I do this to start off by writing it as a fraction, then a decimal, then a percentage. So to write the number of Coca-Cola cans in this machine as a fraction, we need to think, how many Coca-Cola cans are there? Well, it's 80 out of how many cans are there altogether? Well, it's 200 cans altogether. So the fraction is 80 out of 200. Now to go from the fraction to the decimal, you need to either make this a fraction out of 100, or you do 80 divided by 200, which gives you 0.4. Then, to get from a decimal to a percentage, you times by 100, because it's 100%. Percent means 100, so it's times 100, which is 40%. Now this is the same way you do it for any proportion to get from a fraction decimal to percentage. So to get from the fraction to the decimal, you do the numerator, which is the top number, divided by the denominator, the bottom number. And to get from the decimal to percentage, you always times by 100, because percent means out of 100.